Hello, wrestling fans, and welcome to Wrestling Gab. It's Friday. That means it's time for Friday Night SmackDown. That's Dalitha. I'm Travis. You're watching Wrestling Gab and SmackDown with us.
Yay, SmackDown.
You lay that SmackDown.
You lay the SmackDown. Just don't smack the downs on people.
All right, we got 3 matches that we know of. Sami Zayn and Ricochet, right, for the Intercontinental Championship. That should be a good one.
Is that match happening?
Oh, don't do that. If you can stop it. Anyways, so that's for the that's a championship match. And then a championship caliber match is going to be Sonya Deville and Ronda Rousey. We've been seeing that build for a few weeks. Charlotte will probably get involved in that one, but we'll wait and see on that. And then we have the Viking Raiders trying to get some payback for not having a match in Saudi Arabia that they tried to have against the Usos, but the Usos had jacked them, beat them up a little bit, so that match never happened.
Yeah, that's why.
But right now we're starting out with Paulie Dangerously.
Paul Heyman with the Roman Reigns info, but we got Walter in the chat tonight. Hey, Walter. We got Matthew and Film out there. We also have Sophie with us. Hey, guys. We also have David Robert Wood with us. Hey, everybody.
David Robert.
How is it going? Film says, let's go. Hey, Wrestling Gap. Happy Friday. Big hugs. Big hearts.
Woo!
Woo, acknowledge your trouble to Roman Reigns, he says. Sophie
Just
says,
stand up and acknowledge
hey,
him.
Travis and D, with Tony Khan buying Ring of Honor, does that open the door for more AEW TV as well as Ring of Honor TV?
I think it's going to be just like WWE does with NXT. It sounds like that might just be like a, what is that called? Like a developmental place, or minor league system.
All that kind
People
of stuff.
They can move up and move down.
Right. So he says Ring of Honor getting
looks fantastic.
bought, that kind of stinks for free agents out there since they don't have any more options to work. So he says AEW didn't get 1 million viewers this week. Where are all the people that watched it last week, and that big announcement didn't gain any viewers as they were hoping for? Yeah, it was kind of a weird
it was a shitty
way
announcement,
of announcing it. It was just kind of not
with that kind of an announcement where it wasn't a lot. They should have just done it on Twitter and then say more details on tonight's show or something. Yeah. And then, laid out a plan, like a fundamental plan.
Of what they're going to utilize it for. Matthew says, what's everybody want? And then he put in parentheses, head. What's everyone need?
Head.
What's everyone love?
Head.
Al Snow and the Job Squad. Pay me.
He had this little head. It was a mannequin head.
Yeah.
And headbang it because it had a wig.
Oh, jeez.
Head.
Walter says Tony Khan now the owner of ROH. That's cool. And Walter's like Paul Heyman boo. David said hi. And so he says this episode of SmackDown sounds more of a must-watch episode of it compared to Dynamite this past week.
I feel like he's at Home Depot.
With the pallets of wood in the background?
That's what it looks like to me. A little Home Depot, the plywood section.
They're like, well, we decided to do our little promo things out there.
Woo! Sami Zayn with all the respect in the world to that belt.
And he does have a match tonight. And it is against Ricochet.
For the Intercontinental Championship. And I could see Ricochet winning that so that there is no... So Ricochet has a title match at WrestleMania. And Sami Zayn does not.
Right.
Even though he's wrestling somebody else. That's just dumb that's a title match.
Mm-hmm.
Against John Knoxville.
Walter says Ronda Rousey. Matthew says Sonya, she is my pick. So lovely. Sophie says Tyson Fury has hinted that he will be back in the WWE ring at some point in the future.
Yeah.
And David says, all good, man. Good to hear, David. And Walter says Viking Raiders will win. Matthew says, yeah, I got my schedule mixed up, but was able to work a few hours and get more training. Gonna need. Fuel costs are getting insane.
In the membrane.
Matthew also says Tony Khan should have brought ROH talent to AEW. He did bring some of it, or has. Who knows what their plans are.
Yeah, we just don't know.
He knows what his plans are. Walter's like, boo, Sami Zayn. And Matthew's like, for the announcement. And it's the one. And it's the only. The great mod that we have in our chat tonight. Luke Riley. Hey. hey, Luke. Walter says AEW Revolution pay-per-view this Sunday. Yes, Walter.
It is.
Matthew says, hey, Luke. Sophie says, do you think if they made a different announcement like AEW is going on HBO Max, would have seen that as a bigger deal than the announcement that he made this past Wednesday?
It would be a bigger deal to me.
Bigger deal to people who buy their pay-per-views or anything.
Especially if I can just get HBO Max or whatever it's called and watch it. Mm-hmm. That'd be cool. And to actually put it on HBO would be kind of cool, too. I'm just saying. That would make people get subscriptions to HBO.
True. It would. Walter says, hey, Luke. And Walter's like, funny, LOL, Gab.
I don't mean their weekly shows. But they could. They could do another weekday show, like a Saturday night show or something on HBO.
Yeah.
Like a bigger show. Like once a month. Like Saturday Night Main Event, WWE used to do.
Sophie's like, people are making fun of Tony Khan for how he looked with making the announcement.
He's kind of a dork.
He does look kind of dorky out there. I'm pretty sure we even said how dorky he looked.
Vince had a good time on the McAfee show, though. I know that.
Mm-hmm.
He gave McAfee a title match. So
A title match?
not a title match, sorry. A match. Just a match. Just a match at WrestleMania. I see a title on TV. I'm going literally crazy here.
Oh, my goodness sakes.
But anyways, he does not have an opponent yet. Here comes Ricochet. Have you guys noticed that all the wrestlers have new themes?
Maybe they're changing
So,
their
like,
music
at the
style
Royal
again?
Rumble, I don't think anybody got excited because nobody knew who they were.
Oh.
So people in the audience are like,
Who is it?
you know, but it's like, you should know right when their music hits, like the broken glass, it's Stone Cold.
Right?
Hogan, dun, dun, dun. You're like,
Right?
I don't know what The Rock's music sounds like. Oh, wait, do you smell what The Rock is cooking?
I doubt his will change.
No.
Matthew says, Ricochet, this ought to be good.
Yes, and this is a title match. They have a shitty referee in there, but that's okay. That doesn't always make a difference.
Decided that she needed to look prettier in the ring, so she has makeup on tonight, everybody.
All right, Ricochet goes right after rolls him up. Like referee is slow as shit counting.
Oh, my goodness.
Not that he should have won there. I'm just saying that. It was a slow count.
Oh.
Sami Zayn, spin, ram out. There it is. Frankensteiner. Look at that breakdancing in the ring. You don't see that very often. Ricochet showing that he's a superior athlete.
He's like, I took my crack earlier. Just kidding.
Woo!
Well, it looks like, thank you, Dalitha. But the week of Hard Knocks continues. Right after I responded to your last Insta message, I heard Jade yelling from outside. And 2 of our little Phoenix Fox babies died at some point.
Oh.
Aww,
2! Sami Zayn almost got a pinfall there.
Babies. Sophie says the WWE almost bought Ring of Honor 4 years ago. Triple H wanted the WWE to buy Ring of Honor. Walter's like, Ricochet will win. Ugh, Walter, bold, my man, bold. Boldness.
We could get a new champion, and we could get a Sami Zayn disqualification, where the title does not change, but Ricochet does win, so.
Right. Looks like we are waiting for emergency vet to give us reasons why, so we are just kind of here. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, dang it. Yeah, that's always hard.
A necropsy.
Even then, you might not even get an answer. That's even harder.
That's what happened with us, so.
Sophie says that maybe they are saving the HBO Max announcement for the pay-per-view or next week. Maybe.
That would be cool.
Vindicators
Jeff Hardy's going to be there next Wednesday, probably.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he could show up at the pay-per-view.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Vindicators in the chat, though. Hey, Vince, says big fight night on little old SmackDown, or so I was told at the rumor mill.
Yeah,
you ready
looks like there's some pretty good stuff going on. Yes.
Oh, I'm totally ready for that rumor mill.
Brought it all up already. Ricochet in there right
every
now.
Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Luke says, Sophie, please, for the love of all that is holy, please stop talking about AEW.
Uh-oh, what's he going to do here? Like some sort of a chicken wing slap? Oh!
Ew.
We got to go to a commercial break.
Sammy looks really excited about what he did. What a nice guy. It's like, I'm just giving you an adjustment. It's fine. Right?
I love this commercial.
That is old.
No, I wanted
you to talk about insurance.
Slow.
The baby's just like, say your words. Shh. Sleeping baby. a boring dad.
Let me tell you. Blasting
Cycling
my
is
quads.
my passion. I'm blasting my quads. Cycling is my passion. It's my favorite character, except for the dad. I've got the meat sweats. That one's pretty funny too. Some of those old ones are pretty funny. Let's see. I think that I didn't ask this one. Maybe I don't remember. Did I ask that one last week?
No.
Okay. Here's a trivia question. Mr. Perfect replaced which WWE Hall of Famer and tagged with Randy Savage at Survivor Series 1992?
Who?
So if it's like streaming services are the new cable boxes, kind of.
Yeah, a little bit.
Well,
Kind of annoying, by the way. Got a smart TV this week, and I had to type in every streaming service, which is like 10, and their passwords. So I have my fight ones like DAZN, and then I got HBO Max and Disney, and what's the other ones? Showtime. What else we got? ESPN Plus.
Peacock, Hulu, Voodoo.
Peacock, Hulu, Voodoo. Like, oh my lord.
When you start adding them all up, you're just like, why are we doing this?
And have satellite. So not only do we have all the cord cutting apps, we actually pay for the actual cord.
As Walter says, sorry, Luke, about the animals. And Matthew says, I give it to Sami. He has intense emotions in the ring. Damn, that backflip. Sophie says Vince is going to induct Undertaker into the Hall of Fame.
Yes, he is.
Yep.
I figured he would. I've been saying that all along. I don't even think
Ever since he was going to be inducted into the Hall of Fame. I think Luke and Travis were both on that page of it's going to be Vince.
Yeah, I couldn't see anybody else doing it.
Mm-hmm. And the only other person that had been with him long enough that is alive might be Kane, like you guys said. Because, I mean, in all reality, he's the only other guy that's worked with him that long, that's alive, that would be relevant, I guess you could say. But it makes sense for Vince. Heidi from Staten Island's in the chat says, I felt that through my spine. And Matthew says, for the love of God, Sophie, do not upset Luke. LOL. Looks like they have already been told all the news, Sophie, so stop filling chat with spoilers and old news. If you have had several in chat, ask you to stop as well. Well, there's like trivia, I did it. Trivia, you got it. Vindicator's like, no, Vince is not doing that, Sophie. It's all smoke and mirrors to hype up a lackluster WrestleMania. Vindicator, sarcasm.
All right, Sami Zayn somehow got the offense. I mean, I guess he did hit him with that little...
He did on the outside. James Sotelo is in the chat. Hey, James, how's it going out there?
Thanks for hanging out with us.
The answer to the trivia question was the Ultimate Warrior. If you guessed the Ultimate Warrior, you got it correct. Congratulations.
All right, Ricochet, Hurricane Rana off the top. Or Frankensteiner, or whatever you want to call it.
As Luke says,
shit!
You only have 10. We're poor.
I might have more. It's just that's all I wanted to put on my TV because I didn't want to put
Funimation. That's another one.
I didn't want to put in Fight TV because I only use it for like certain boxing things. Right. And I just didn't know how big the hard drive was in there.
It's actually pretty big, we found out.
Yeah, I can do more now. But.
Vindicator says $1 Million Man should induct Taker since he
Oh, shit!
Him, but Vince's ego will never allow it. Kick out without that power bomb. Wow.
He hit him high on his upper back.
Ouch.
Watch this. Right here. See?
Ow, damn, that's not good.
That can't feel good on your back and your neck.
Oh no. Walter's like, Sonya will lose later tonight. Ouch, Walter.
Yeah, I have a feeling that that's going to happen also.
Matthew's like, Taker was the most loyal wrestler for Vince. And Luke says, I have Spotify, YouTube Music, YouTube Premium and TV, Hulu Premium and TV, Netflix, Discover Plus, HBO Max, Paramount Plus, Shudder, Disney Plus, Vudu, and Amazon Prime Video.
Right. Yeah. It's basically what we have.
That's pretty close to the things we have.
What was the first one he said? Because I'm pretty sure I have that too. Spotify.
Spotify.
Yeah. And I didn't put. Why would I need to put music on my TV?
Yeah.
That's kind of how I looked at it.
True.
I'll ask Voldemort to play it.
Another quick fruity roll-up
there.
there.
Sami Zayn almost gets pinned.
As Walter says, oh, lost. Yep, sorry, Walter. Yeah, that's the truth.
Woo!
How it goes.
Standing moonsault.
Walter says,
1, 2.
Ricochet, win this
Oh,
match.
shit.
He's trying his hardest, Walter. But
So close. Oh, thrust kick right to the
He
face.
got kicked in the face, and he's going to roll out to the outside like a smart veteran he is. And then Ricochet's like, no, don't go. He looked very sad about it. As Luke says, oh, and Crunchyroll, that has 8 different anime channels, including Funimation.
Yeah, she does the Funimation.
Vindicator says, LOL, nobody says, oh shit, quite like Travis.
Well, you know,
Shit.
I practice that.
He practices it every day.
Ah, shit.
Woo! He's like, I was in gymnastics.
So I had a kid that lived down the street from me, and he did that stuff all the time. Like in his yard. He like practiced ninja stuff. And so we always teased him. But that's that Keith Fireball.
Oh, that's
right?
funny.
But I mean, all the time he's in his front yard doing all that stuff. But I guarantee he could have been a wrestler like this. Guaranteed. He did that shit all the time.
That's pretty funny. Matthew's like, nobody does flippy shit like Ricochet.
No.
Yeah, he does. He's called Reginald. He's like a circus freak.
Yeah, Reginald does a pretty good job also, but he doesn't have the size that Ricochet has. I feel like Ricochet's the total package because he has a little bit of size. He's not huge.
Right. He is a little tall.
Oh, jackass! John Knox!
Johnny Knoxville's going to come out to give you a run for your money there if you're going to win or not. Anyways, Luke says, I have the music on my TV because my TV is plugged into the house-wide entertainment bundle.
Sami Zayn, Intercontinental chump. Ricochet, new champion!
Is it going to happen?
Yes! We have a new Intercontinental champion!
Johnny Knoxville coming out! And once again, Sami Zayn is totally screwed over.
By the man. He needs to get his film crew back together. This is ridiculous. I called this one a mile away. I seen it coming, but
right. You didn't call the Johnny Knoxville part, but you called that Ricochet probably would win it.
Right, because there's no reason to have that as an Intercontinental Championship match at WrestleMania.
No, not at all.
This is beautiful. Now, who is going to be Ricochet's opponent? Because you usually go with a babyface winning at Mania, so there's not a lot of babyfaces going in as champion.
And Ricochet is a babyface.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
I mean, he's not like a bad guy. So, yeah. So Walter says, on Monday I'll be here for WWE. Raw still here for SmackDown until 9:20 p.m. my time. And Walter's like, Johnny Knoxville, LOL. And before we knew, but they knew, Matthew's like, new champ. And Luke's like, oh shit, WWE actually freaking did it. Walter's like, yes, new IC champion. And then Luke's like, crap, Matthew, we both spoiled, LOL. Matthew's like, that Hurricane Rana was wicked.
It was
Matthew's
awesome.
like, LOL, oops. And Luke's like, yeah, oops, LOL, our bad. I just don't read them.
You're fine.
I mean, I read them, but I just don't say them out loud. And usually Travis doesn't pay attention.
I don't care if I get spoiled. I'm not a... You can go to Star Wars and tell me what happened, and then I'll still go watch it.
No, you wouldn't. Not the new ones.
Well, I wouldn't watch the millennial Star Warses. I'm talking about like the old one, but that's not...
I know, but I'm just saying.
Just saying. Like a show of that quality. I don't care if somebody tells me what happens.
They're going to show some Pat McAfee showtime.
Yeah, it's right here.
Wow. An extraordinary human being.
Here it is. He's giving him his match. Talks about Bob Costas never got on a table and like.
That'd be a dream. Banana Lands. What a dork.
We don't know who it's against yet, though.
Right? Oh, Walter's like Pat McAfee with Mr. McMahon. Yep, Mr. McMahon was on the Pat McAfee show this last Thursday. So that did happen.
Corey Graves did say that he will wrestle him.
Oh, nice.
Like if he was asked.
Vindicator says, Matt, don't let the super spy Ayla hack into your technological devices tonight, LOL.
Source
it
Twitter.
just caught me so far off guard that I just insta-typed it, LOL.
Oh, that's great.
Sophie's like, who won? I missed most of that match. Well, you have a new Intercontinental Champion, Sophie.
Ricochet.
Ricochet finally has a goddamn belt. It's about goddamn time. I guess. I don't know. Anyways, Johnny Knoxville came out, distracted Sami Zayn. You know how much they love each other, so that's, what happened. All right, here's a trivia question for you. What two WWE Hall of Famers won WWE Gold as the Masked Executioners in 1976? I know that's way before most everyone's time in this chat.
I was not alive, so...
Neither was I. I don't think even Luke can say he was alive during that time. I don't know how old Walter is, so...
He's older. He would have been alive.
He might have just been a baby.
But yeah, he wouldn't know.
Matthew's like, then you know she's stalking. And looks like Ricochet won. And Matthew says, Sophie, you didn't have a spoiler for that match. Looks like, did you see the whole show, Trav? It was really good.
I did not. I still haven't watched it.
And then he forgot.
Yeah, then I didn't.
And Sophie says, so Ricochet versus Sheamus for the Intercontinental Championship at Mania. That was a short title reign by Sami Zayn.
He'll get it back. I have a feeling he's going to get it back at like WrestleMania Backlash or something.
Most likely, right? Walter's like Corey Graves versus Pat McAfee. Sophie's like, I was eating dinner during that opening match. Cool. Matthew says, that was a good match, especially for a SmackDown opener. Yeah, they finally did something kind of right?
I'm okay with it.
As Luke says, Matthew, if she had really spoiled it, I would have banned her to oblivion. Oh, Luke, now. I almost timed you out and tried to time myself out for spoiling. Walter's like, Kurt Angle. Oh, you're answering the question. Sorry. Sophie says, this is Ricochet's second championship in the WWE. Well, good for him. I didn't know that. Matthew's like, oh, motherfucker, we're on a delay.
Was he a United States champion?
I don't know. What?
I can't remember what championship he had, if he had one. It ain't unusual to be loved by anyone.
Yeah, totally.
Let me hit you with a kendo stick.
Why are you hitting people?
It's fun.
Oh, is it? Is it fun to hit people? Is that what they teach you in life and school? Is at home to just hit people?
If you're frustrated enough, you strike out.
You don't use your words. You just...
Nope. Just strike out.
Yeah. Cry about it too while you're at it. Pull a Liv. Vindicator says Sami Zayn title reigns never last. It's so hilarious. Not sure what his purpose is in McBossman world is anymore. He's funny, entertaining. Sami can hang with the,
and maybe they wanted to put the title on Ricochet a while back, but Nakamura was the champion and they didn't want to turn him heel. So they had to hurry and go through the whole up and down of heel back to face.
Yeah. Looks like you can watch the video on YouTube in full. Sophie's like, Ricochet is the number 2 babyface behind Drew. JVD is in the chat. Hey, JVD says, what's up, you holy children of God? Not much. Just saying all our Hail Marys and whatnots. Sophie says this match should be part of the Mania card. Instead, we are getting Johnny Knoxville versus Sami Zayn.
That is true. But Knoxville's going to be part of Mania. They got to have some celebrities there.
Yeah, besides Paul. Aren't they having him there?
Yes, Paul is going to be teaming up with
there's
The
always
Miz.
that possibility of what's-his-face.
The Rock? Stone Cold? Or both of those?
No, that Bad Bunny guy.
Oh, yeah. We haven't seen anything about Bunny, but yeah, he definitely could.
Just because he was at Royal Rumble. That's the only reason why I'm...
And did good.
...saying that out there. James Sotelo says, what year did the Intercontinental belt come out?
Sammy's
And
pissed.
Luke tells James it was September 1st, 1979.
It was in the 70s. I think it was Pat Patterson.
Oh, he's so angry.
Was the first Intercontinental champion.
Oh my goodness. It's very, very angry. It's very... Guy over there is all
Sammy
good.
going ape. Punch him, Sammy.
Follow me when I'm down. Matthew says, whole effing show, JVD.
Follow me on Instagram. Stalk me in my comments.
JVD's like, what's up, Matthew? So he says Ricochet was the United States champion a couple of years ago. Walter says, I hope they bring back Saturday Night WWE Wrestling. It's a random comment.
WrestleMania. It's happening. Like we haven't known for like 2 weeks. I already have it on my
That was weird.
I have
Why
it on my
would they
list.
even say it? I thought that was a gift.
I love the official announcements of the shit we already know.
That Pat McAfee does with questions at the end of it. Like, maybe? I'm not sure. What do you think, Michael Cole? Oh, God, he's talking. Why is he talking?
Is he on...
Ooh, they say.
He's on SmackDown. Is he there for the fight with McAfee?
Maybe. Matthew says, great first match with Ricochet and Sami. TJF, what's up with you, boss? And Matthew also says, Mania always has celebrity appearances. And Walter says, Luca's correct. He gets a prize. Indicator says, one person who loves watching Sami be miserable is Toasty Marshmallow.
Right.
JVD says, at least Knoxville won't be Intercontinental champion.
See, he's talking a whole bunch. See?
Oh, no. Why was he on your show? He set you up. Anyways, the answer to that trivia question I asked was Big John Studd and Killer Kowalski.
It's a pretty good team right there.
There you go. Nobody said anything, so. Oh, that's why you're allowed with everybody wants to hear. Just shut up.
I already have this one written down earlier, too, that it was going to be theory also.
Mm.
But, I mean, it still could not be, but why would he be there?
Yeah, I don't know. Be careful.
Why is this dude talking to me right now?
All right. I'll stand up.
I'll put my pencil down.
Ooh, are you? Sweet. Oh, shit. I think he doesn't wear earrings. I'm going to rip the earring right out of his thing. WrestleMania, that's how it goes.
Should have taken a selfie.
Come back here, you
Come
little
back
bitch.
here, you little bitch. Look how many selfies he just took. I didn't even know a camera could take that many shots.
It really fast.
I guess mine does that.
He's got the button down pat.
You see Pokey's in the championship against Hillcrest.
Is that from Danny?
Yeah.
About damn time they got back into it. Let's see.
I don't like it's Division 2, but whatever.
Right. JVD says at least Knoxville won't be the Intercontinental champion. So if this Bad Bunny is in a movie starring Brad Pitt, that is coming out soon, but I forget what streaming service it is part of. Probably Apple. Looks like based on how Pat McAfee reacted, you already know who his opponent is. Sophie says, have you noticed that the commentators mention if you are a champion, you might be part of the Mania card? Matthew says Sami is going to lose at Mania and run to the Canada bush and do
His headset's broken.
In the wilderness.
Look, he pulls out a brand new one. He's got a new headset right there.
Yeah. Who is that, first of all? JVD says, well, we're probably getting Theory versus McAfee. Damn it, I don't care to see Pat McAfee versus Theory myself. Walter's like, oh, lost. Matthew's like, get him, Austin. Vindicator says,
Jimmy Butler's there. He's like, in front of Jimmy Butler went to the bathroom. He's not even there.
Vindicator says you can show up on multiple brands in WWE without titles if you kiss McBossman's butt.
Michael Cole.
Often enough, for example, Austin and Ziggler.
Who is that dude? Fill the glow. It's Naomi time.
Let's see. Matthew's like, slap the bitch out of him. And Sophie says Austin Theory versus Pat. That isn't a shock since he has been part of a storyline with Vince for a while. And Robbie's in the chat. Hey, Robbie says, yo, big up. Sophie says Steve Austin might not be wrestling at Mania after all. Walter says Theory versus McAfee at Mania. Okay. Commander Martha's in the chat. He says he just slapped Pat like it was Sunday.
Oh, look who's coming out with her. She's not coming out to her own music?
I guess not.
That's interesting.
Well, that's because she's just being accompanied. That's why. Feel the glow. Let's see if Matthew.
Michael Cole, because it's boss time.
Because it's boss time. Matthew says Theory is cool. Vinicure says probably the 125th time McAfee has been slapped in his exaggerated life. Matthew says, indeed, Commander. JVD says, nah, I knew Austin wouldn't wrestle at Mania from the start. And Luke says, oh, boy toy thirst trap. I love Pat.
He's fun.
Sophie says, this Pat versus Austin feud reminds me of the King and Miz feud from 11 years ago. Walter says Naomi will win. Yeah, she going to win? Who's she going up against?
Carmella.
Oh. Matthew says, is McAfee the Miz's brother because he is annoying? I was like, fill the glow, the walking glow stick. Yay. Sophie says, didn't Pat have the same type of feud with Adam Cole when they were both in NXT?
Yes, he did.
Vindicator says, multiple female matches tonight. Been a while since Smack Talk did that. Maybe Stephanie got in someone's ear and nagged it into numbness.
Right. Either that or they're getting it out of the way early before Mania.
Right. All right,
setting up their matches.
Is a trivia question for you. Let's see. Okay. Which legendary professional boxing champion stepped up to wrestle Big Show at WrestleMania 24? Melinda Ford's in the chat. Hey, Melinda.
Hey, Melinda. Thanks for joining us.
Hey, everyone. How's it going there, Melinda? Robbie says Amela and her rack coming out. That's all you know is just that she has a rack. That's it. Matthew says, laughing my fucking ass off. Vin.
Yeah, Zelina Vega's going to be with her, too. Is she part of her rack?
Right. Vindicator said, so because of Naomi's opponent, the need for a 30-minute break has arisen back in a few, guys. Sophie says, Cody Rhodes is still the talk of the town since nobody knows where he is going to go.
Ring of Honor. I'm calling it now still.
He's just going to go to Ring of Honor.
He never left. It's all part of the show. And he's going to be the Ring of Honor guy. And they're probably going to announce it next week. Would be my guess.
Sophie says, Cody might be part of Ring of Honor in some capacity. Sophie, stop copying Travis. It's just sad. Just kidding. Melinda says, hey, not good. My cancer has got worse.
Aww.
I'm so sorry to hear about your cancer. Is it because your birthday is in July and you are a Cancer?
What?
JVD says, I think Cody will go to ROH also. Sophie says, William Regal might also be part of Ring of Honor.
That would be interesting to see. A little William Regal. Maybe Shane McMahon. Let's go all out.
Matthew says, isn't the Go Big show about to start? Maybe Cody is taking time off to do that. Not a rumor, just a thought. Yes, the second season is starting, but they pretty much already did all the taping.
What have I been watching? Is it not the second season?
It is the second season.
There's one left.
For.
It's over.
Yeah.
Well, how is it just starting if it's over? There's one show left.
Oh, is there just one season? One of the.
I watched it last night. They were Homeboy was doing a Rubik's Cube underwater.
Oh.
Another guy launched himself into ice blocks and they were lit on fire. And then I turned it. But I did watch those too.
Yeah.
There was 3 guys left. And then I think they were going to take the top 2 to the next, and then those 2 are going for $100,000 or whatever.
JVD says, Melinda, I'm sorry to hear that. I'll keep you in prayer. Melinda says, I am a Leo. Matthew says, Luke, I'm walking the line. LOL. Melinda's like, thanks. It's me.
It's me, Jessica.
So it was like Ring of Honor does sound like what WWE was doing with NXT. So Ring of Honor is AEW version of NXT.
Does that mean that WWE is going to take all their guys? Make a whole roster out of Ring of Honor guys? Just kidding.
Sophie says Impact and Ring of Honor have some sort of partnership. I don't know how AEW will affect that in any way.
I know, because their champion, isn't it like Deonna Purrazzo or something like that? And she's on TNA, but she's the Ring of Honor champion, so I don't know how that's going to affect any of that.
That's weird. It's like, it's not about you, Sasha.
Oh, it's always
She's
only
like standing
about
out
Sasha.
there like, come out, come and get me. It's like, it's not about you.
So we're not going to do the sexy background with the sheet thing? The silhouette?
I guess not. Because she's not coming out by herself.
I don't know what Zelina has on her legs, but it kind of looks like we watched the other night. Who was wearing those? It was Dominik Mysterio.
Oh, yeah.
He had the garters on.
Only his were part of his outfit. Like, they were, like, the fabric of the outfit.
Right.
So, yeah. Matthew's like, I love me some sequins. Do you like that many, though? I mean, I feel like that's kind of excessive.
I don't know what a sequins is, but...
The sparkly little things that they put on stuff. Those are like rhinestones or something, maybe. I don't know. I don't know what those are. Robbie says, Dee, I thought you were that baddest woman on the planet. I know. Who? What? Why? You're weird.
I feel like Carmella has to win this one to make this a legit feud. If Carmella wins, then Zelina can lose next week or the week after or whatever to Sasha.
Yeah. So it's like, isn't NWA still a thing? Not that many people are talking about that promotion.
No. I mean, yes, it is. It's on.
Walter says yes, and NWA is still around.
Yeah, it's on. I get notifications from them. They have a show. I think it's Tuesdays or something. It's decent.
WrestleMania Sunday.
I don't know how they pay their bills, though.
I don't either. Roberto Lozano's in the chat. Hey, Roberto. How's it going? Says hello. Happy SmackDown Friday.
We got to get our mask on.
The answer to that trivia question was Floyd Money Mayweather. If you guessed Floyd Money Mayweather, you got it correct. Congratulations.
It's one of the only guys that he never ducked. Was the Big Show.
Luke says so.
Oh, shit.
You're incapable of thinking outside the box. Try this. AEW will either use ROH like a kind of NXT, or more importantly, they will use it kind of like SmackDown and use it as a second show to put its ever-expanding roster on for airtime. Oh,
shit. She just pulled her down. Carmella getting physical with Naomi.
They're like, we don't like you anymore.
She out there looking like Leatherface in a bikini.
It's so creepy, right? It's so fucking creepy. It's so creepy. Masks are just creepy as fuck.
Texas Chainsaw.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre is happening out there.
This is Leatherface's kid. She's like, can I bedazzle the human flesh? Sure.
Peakhole's in the chat. Hey, Peakhole says, what is happening, peeps? Hanging out, watching some SmackDown.
Watching the ladies go at it.
Oh my god, scream.
Oh shit. Jesus. Concussed.
So this is Ring of Honor was pretty much working with every independent wrestling promotion in the past couple of years. Matthew says, little Natch referee Nick Patrick. Walter's like, yes, got it. And Robbie says, them sequins are blinding.
I haven't seen Nick Patrick in a wrestling ring forever.
Sophie says, with the ever-expanding roster, do you see them adding a third TV show at some point? Robbie says, it's funny to hear Mella shouting. Matthew says, oh, Leatherface in a bikini. Jimmy's laughing. I bet Corey has a kink with that Leatherface.
Naomi, you going to hit her with that rear view? Oh, no, she's going to do that.
She's going to jump on her.
Woo!
Oh, Lord. Sophie says the WWE has the...
Huh.
So they just gave it to her immediately.
Yeah, it's just dumb to me. But whatever. It is what it is. They got their own plans.
Yeah. Natalia's watching. She's like,
Why is Natalia involved?
She's like, look at my boobs.
Yeah, you ever watched her and her sister?
Be on TV.
You framed this area. Not so much here or here, but right here.
Justice. No more. Justice.
Put it in the center of the screen. The boys will go at home.
So he says the WWE has the opposite problem of AEW. They don't have an expanding roster. They have a small roster. They're expanding it. Sophie, by having as many people, the new people coming up into NXT, pretty soon those people you'll be seeing on the main roster, it's going to be happening. Pia Cola says, I'm not mad at Leatherface Lovelace. Okay. Looks at Sophie one damn step at a time. Quit throwing random roars out there. Put out there like you're all the news channels combined into one. Well, Happy Corbin in the back with Madcap having a good
Corbin
time.
just cheated.
How could he?
He looked at his hand and then he said, oh, he has nothing, and then went all in.
Oh, that's not right. But like Happy Corbin. Woo, Pico's like, what's good? It's JVD. Robbie says Naomi can only beat the likes of Carmella, no one better. Sophie says, do you see Rampage moving to a different time slot and make it 2 hours in the future?
I'm going to say no on that because Tony Khan, at least he says with his words, I don't know if it's real, that it's the number one show in that time slot on TV. And so he's okay with being just the number one. Now, granted, the ratings are low, but nobody's watching TV at that time. And he seems to be okay with just being number one show at that time.
Right. And, at some point, right?
But yeah, they should go to 2 hours.
They're going to have to if they're going to expand their stuff. Or, like Luke said, use ROH as a third type of show.
Right.
And have, like an NXT to their AEW as...
Oh, here comes Drew Mack.
WWE or whatnot kind of thing. As Robbie says, hello, Corbin is funny. As Luke says, Sophie, please stop. Robbie says, Sophie again, so intense with the chin in the chat. Matthew says, hello, Sophie, quit getting so much heat, lol. Robbie says, hello, Corbin is funny. Matthew's like, I'm a fan of Sophie. As Sophie says, Happy Corbin versus Drew is official for Mania.
Yeah, I did see it on the official listing.
Yeah, they put that out there. Travis kind of had that already down, so yeah. Looks like Sophie, I have been very nice, but please stop. I think, Luke, that's actually listed on their official stuff that's actually happening. So no matter what, unless somebody gets really hurt, that's what's happening. That it's Drew versus Happy Corbin. They've thrown Madcap at him enough times that I think it's just one of those things.
It's the third one on my list. That's how long ago I wrote it.
Yes. Picola says so many speculations, just blowing hot air. Let it play out. So if it's either AEW going to go on HBO Max or start their own streaming service, which is more likely. Matthew says Drew and Lashley should have been pushed a decade ago, and Robbie says this is Ron Simmons and Bradshaw vibes playing poker.
Right? The APA or whatever.
Who's the APA?
I actually don't remember what it stands for, but that's Ron Simmons and Bradshaw. They were the APA.
It sounds like they were a beer company.
Mm-hmm. Something Bar Association.
Oh, okay. Where?
Or P, I don't know, APA.
Yeah.
Personal, I don't know, I'm sure it's ass kicking, penis, ass grabber or something.
Ew.
I don't know.
Nasty.
Is that Rick Boogs?
Yeah, it's Boogs and Shinsuke.
Look, he's going to make him carry his
snack.
snack.
I need you to carry my snack. Oh my god! My backpack's kind of full. Can you carry my snack?
What, did they eat the sandwich?
Either that or they ate it. Look at the tree's boobs.
That's awesome.
Just
Why would
throw
you want to get a
dead
hernia?
animal.
That's a pretty cool little truck. That's a truck commercial?
The Tundra.
That's cool.
Little Toyota Tundra.
My cousin has one of those, and I was like, hey, you got a Ford? And he got all mad at me. Tony. He's like, it's not a Ford. I was like, what is it then? He's like, it's a Toyota. I was like, it looks like a Ford.
That's funny. Here's a trivia question real quick. JBL and Big Show competed in what kind of a match for the WWE Championship at No Way Out 2005?
Bra and panties.
Ass and penises. Matthew says, Drew and Lashley should have been pushed a decade ago. Yes. Robbie says this is Ron Simmons and Bradshaw videos playing poker. So he says, so far, right, one of Mania is getting stacked while night 2 only has one match announced so far.
Right.
Luke says, it's more to the point that there's people in the chat that have asked her to stop because they don't read nor want Sophie's spoilers for everything. I apologize. It's fine. Okay. I have to read it. It's fine. React to it. It's better just not to react. Serious, in honesty. Piccolo says, I was out on Wednesday and caught the replay. Nice. Yeah, Piccolo, I caught that replay. Matt says, right, Ravi, that's what I was thinking. The APA was awesome. Matthew says, Acolyte Protection Agency. There you go. Wasn't the ass penis, whatever.
Yeah.
So it says, Luke, hopefully you get good news from the vet. Okay, yeah.
There's no such thing as good news.
Okay, so there's
just a
Sophie,
reason
I
or
don't know
not.
if you just didn't read or listen to what happened earlier, but he had some animals pass away, and they don't know the reason why they passed away. I don't think that that's really constitution of good or bad news.
Right.
Like you can't put that kind of a label on it, like ever.
There's a reason or non-reason.
It'd be like, oh, I'm sorry, Sophie, that your dog passed away, and you're waiting to hear from the vet. And we're like, I hope it's good news. Like, yeah, that's like not proper. All right. Robbie says, Cole has really sold it to me, that car. Yeah? Yeah, Cole did? You really want to get in it and drive it around? Let's look at Sophie just stop. And Piccolo says, I found out I would have to drive to Tallahassee 3 hours away to see Revolution in a theater on Sunday.
That's pretty cool.
You couldn't see it in person. You'd have to drive 3 hours away to see it in a theater. That's interesting. So he says, okay, I'll stop. Matthew says, you know what's crazy? My estimated car value gained like $2,000. Not crazy, Matthew. They are looking for like used cars. Prices went up so high, I stopped looking. They got so far out of like price ranging of what I could actually afford that I am better off putting money into the vehicle I have and keeping the vehicle I have than worrying about buying a newer car. It's pretty sad. Ramit is in the chat. Hey, Ramit says, we are dying to see pink hair Liv Morgan looks on All Elite Wrestling. Are you dying for it?
Hey, it could happen one day.
He closed his pie eating contest. What kind of pie?
Yeah, the Rock's type of pie.
Robbie says,
he's a pie eating.
Yeah, they need some more backstage segments and fights. Matthew says, was it a dog collar match or something like that? Ramit says, Wrestling Gab, you both are always great. Aw, thanks, Ramit. You're real sweet.
Thank you.
You're just an awesome person. Robbie says, thank you, Sophie, spelling mania for me. Thank you. And Sophie says, how am I supposed to know what to write in here and what not to? Pico says, sorry to hear about that, Luke. And Matthew says, Robbie, what I liked about the APA was when they got hired by a heel like Y2J. LOL, but yeah, they were just two men who whooped ass. So he says, I wonder how many viewers heard of Ring of Honor before Wednesday's big announcement from Tony Khan.
I would assume if you're watching AEW, you know who Ring of Honor is. As they were both kind of the same scene, the same kind of guys.
Wow, we get to see Jinder Mahal.
Yeah, against Drew McIntyre.
He's
Which
gonna
should
lose,
be this should be a WrestleMania main event.
The answer to that trivia question, by the way, was barbed wire steel cage.
Oh damn.
That's a lot of mouthful words to say.
Yeah, barbed wire. Remember that show Barbed Wire with what's her name, the blonde bombshell?
Yes.
What's her name? Pamela Anderson.
That lady.
Pretty good show.
Yes.
Just kidding. I don't know. I never seen it, but she looked good. I know that. She was like in a black leather thing the whole time.
Gross. Just kidding. I've actually seen that movie. It was kind of weird because she was like some badass or something.
Never seen it.
It was very.
I just know that she was super hot.
I've actually seen that.
What?
Very D-rated movie.
I love D-rated movies.
No, do I recommend it? I do not. And Robbie, you can say whatever you want, but it's not going to happen. Don't watch it. It's really not good.
If you like Pamela Anderson Lee or whatever her name was,
if you just want to see big boobs bouncing around on a TV,
then watch the shit out of it.
If you want some,
quality
to your movie, I suggest passing.
Yeah, just watch Hot Tub Time Machine or Year One. Boom! Drew McIntyre getting shit done right here.
Shitty shits. The 7-footer hanging out at ringside out there. Just hanging out, being part of the group.
See, what I'd like to see here, which they don't because they never have McIntyre lose, which irritates me,
it is irritating.
is cheating and Drew to lose.
Yeah, why not?
Like right now, Corbin comes out, distracts him, but it's just not going to happen. They always do.
Oh, they try to use his other guy for it. And I was totally ready for that. I was totally ready for it. Totally ready. It's like I could totally power out of it. I'm so amazing. My neck's broken, but I'm amazing.
The glass now kiss.
Just roll out of the ring real quick.
It's over. They do him dirty every time.
Drew McIntyre is a fucking gay wad. I don't like him. I don't like Drew McIntyre. I'm glad that he has fans, but I hate him. He makes me puke. Like, immensely.
One of these days he'll be a heel and he'll probably come around to him. But as of right now, it's very stale. It's like the way that Roman used to be, where it was really hard to like him.
Yes, those people and whatnots and stuff. Let's see. As Matthew says, reunite 3MB. I don't think we can. I don't know where the other one's at.
Heath Slater, TNA. Or not anywhere, one of the two.
Right. Let's see. Hey, it's Toasty Marshmallow out there just hanging out. Having a laugh at your expense. That's too funny.
There he goes.
Dun, dun, dun.
What is she out there stirring shit?
Of course she is. That's all she does. She did it with Paul Heyman and all the other stuff.
Does it bother you that they talk behind your back?
Rumor mill?
No.
I don't give a flying rat's patootie. Maybe you should find a new job. I'm just kidding.
A whole bunch of people raising their hand. They're going to gouge their eyes out. This is a cult.
Okay. Well, at least he knows how to play with himself, unlike you. He's like, spoiler alert, Sonya is going to beat lousy...
Sounds good on paper. Uh-oh, we're off the air for a second, but we will be back. And back.
Robbie says, I would need to put the seat all the way to the front to reach the pedals and steering wheel. Like, oh, Robbie, are you making fun of your own height this time? That's good.
I don't think Ayla's in here because I think they got a dumpster today.
Well, that's exactly where she belongs. In a dumpster. Just kidding.
I mean, it is a walk-in dumpster. Hopefully they learned this time. So they got this big walk-in dumpster before.
I didn't walk in.
But they didn't know the thing opened, so they were throwing it over the top, and so they were throwing this big heavy stuff in, and so it was all skillywampa, and it just filled it up. I'm like, dude, open the door, and you walk everything to the backside, and you could stack it and fill it way more than that. And he's like, it opens? The whole back. I was like, you just lift that handle right there. I was like, you can't do it now because all your shit will fall out.
Right? Matthew's like, Ginger looks like he got taller.
Yeah, he's a big dude. I wish they'd push him even a little bit. Fuck.
Right? Let's see. Matthew's like, and smoke cigars. And Robbie says, yeah, Matthew APA were cool and they drink beers.
Not like Stone Cold Steve Austin where he pretended to.
Right, they actually drink them.
He'd just pour it all over himself and spit it out. I'm like, does he drink? Everybody he gave beer to usually would just swallow. And he's all... But I guess he'd be drinking 30 beers a night and probably didn't want to do that. But
Probably was like a little hot tub time machine. Let's see. Russell McIntyre was in the chat with the devil faces. And as Robbie says, Drew the fake Scotsman. And Robbie's like, you told me Drew was the one to watch. No, I never did. That's all you. It's on you. JVD says, I liked Hill Drew better. Matthew says, Drew stars in the remake of Braveheart directed by Quentin Tarantino. Does that mean that he dies sooner? Because that would be okay. Sunil Mahal is in the chat. Hey, Sunil says, we'll be back, McIntyre. Watch your ass. How is it going want to watch that.
But you also got to remember when Quentin Tarantino does a historical film, it's not accurate at all.
Exactly.
Like that Inglourious Bastards, how they kill Hitler, all that stuff.
I know, it was
like,
funny, though.
None of that happened. Well, I'm just saying if they did that, Braveheart would win. And Scotland would conquer England or something.
Oh, yeah.
It wouldn't make any sense.
But, I mean, how would he watch his ass? I mean, does he have, like, a mirror back there? That he just walks around with a mirror back there?
It could be cameras. So I didn't know how I walked until we got our security system. And then I started watching it, so I watch my ass all the time.
Ew, gross. Oh, too much information, dude. TMI. JVD's laughing, and Matthew's like, rated R. Pico's like, Drew is a fan favorite, but could snap at any moment. Robbie's like, yo, JVD, big up. And looks like that. Oh, thank you, Robbie. Matthew says, Cola, I'm waiting for Drew to snap. And Robbie says, Luke, big yourself up. It's all good. JVD says, I would like to see Kayla try to instigate a hill rock. JVD says, big up, Robbie. And Matthew says, that dude who threw Austin his beer had some mad skills.
Right.
Piccolo says the Raw 1000 when Austin drank beer with Linda McMahon was hilarious.
Yes.
Anyways, here is a trivia question for you. What WWE superstar lost and won a WWE championship at No Way Out 2009?
Who?
Who was it?
Who? Are we going to see the New Day tonight?
Robbie says, nah, it's on you, D. You need to stop recommending these Z-listers to... I don't recommend shit to you, Robbie. Jesus Christ, man. Why would I even recommend anything to you? I recommend it that you get lifts in your shoes. Piccolo says he had an arm like a left fielder. Throwing those beers. Throw them good. Throw them strong and good.
He just came riding in on a unicorn.
Why is he riding a horse?
That was a unicorn.
That wasn't a unicorn.
It had a horn.
No, it didn't. You can't do that. They'll have to just replay that whole thing.
Merca.
Yeah, we can't bet, dude.
Yeah.
It's illegal in most states, asshole.
Like, I don't understand. I mean, obviously I want to try it still. But I don't even think they allow it in Vegas.
Yeah, those guys. Matthew's like, trivia's tough tonight. Yeah. I decided not to be easy on you guys anymore. Walter's like, good SmackDown because, Drew won. Sad, Walter. Tired of seeing Drew McIntyre. I could probably go the whole rest of my wrestling watching life without ever seeing Drew McIntyre ever again, and I probably wouldn't miss him.
That cowboy beats ass too. He's talking about Brock.
That's funny.
He's like, that cowboy beats ass too.
Rob was like, D, how are you going to disrespect me like that? Lifts won't make me taller. D, you put them in your shoes and then it's fake. Like, you. Matthew says, how in the fuck is Michael Cole still an announcer? I don't know. I think it's because people just don't like him.
Maybe he owns stock in the company. Just kidding. I don't know.
Beagle says, I forgot this Mardi Gras season to send y'all some king cake. Ew. You're going to send us king cake? What is that? King cake. JVD's like, I miss Ayla nicknaming everyone. Well, there's like, are you guys going live on Sunday?
Sunday. We will.
Sunday.
AEW pay-per-view.
Pay-per-view on that day. It's weird. Martha, my ring. Matthew says, I just ordered a couple pairs of Levi bootcut jeans and I can't wait.
Woo! Looking like Brock. Did you get your hat?
Do you have your hat ready?
Do you have your cool like sweater vest coat thing? Whatever that's called. That thing?
Your vest. Do you have your vests ready with, long sleeves?
Turtleneck.
I think you're going to have to do your hair different. And stop saying you're from New Jersey. I don't think it works as well. You have to be from Saskatchewan.
Right.
But he's like, how long is the AEW pay-per-view? 5
5
years.
hours. So not hypothetically, the buy-in is going to start at 7 p.m. Eastern, and it's going to go till midnight. So that's 5 hours.
Yeah, really? That's long.
If you want to watch the buy-in, you don't have to watch the buy-in. It's going to have people like Hook and Jamie. What was her name? Who's the alien? Statlander.
Chris Statlander.
And Layla Hirsch.
Yeah, that one.
And then QT Marshall and Hook. Those are on the buy-in.
Did you bring your water with you? Okay.
Making my eyes water.
LOL, Matthew, our bootcut jeans still in. Well, there's like Lesnar will win at Mania. P-Call says they had announced Hook versus QT Marshall as a pre-match on the show.
Is this rest better? Boogs. Party. It's back. His hand is healed.
His hand's healed. But I can remember wearing boot cuts in 04 to 08. Yeah, Robbie, they bring everything back, all back around. Matthew says I wear them, Robbie. I've worn them like most of my life. LOL, I'm old school, but I wear boots, so it's practical. Walter's like, is buy-in on YouTube? I'm pretty sure it is.
Yes.
On their YouTube channel.
But
people says,
oh shit! From behind, the Usos. So no Vikings. This is cool. I'd like to see this better at WrestleMania, anyways.
They're like, shh. They're like, shh. So, Piccolo, no, it wouldn't be midnight our time. It would be midnight your time.
Eastern. I always do times Eastern. Sorry.
Platinum Mike is in the chat. Hey, Platinum says, saw an episode of Dynamite at Edition Arena in Orlando. That place sucks. Couldn't pay me to go to that building again. Daly's place was way better. Yeah, you're always going to have that, right? Where you're going to have places that you like way better than others.
Oh, shit. Roman coming out.
In the middle of the show?
Just kicking ass.
That's weird. Very strange.
It was just clearing a path.
Guys, Robbie says AEW pay-per-view will be sick, man. And Vindicator
It should be pretty good.
Top of the hour, 30 minutes came and gone. No sign of discount trollop Carmella. Life is good again. Even Travis is choked up about it. She was gone like 5 seconds after she came out, Vindicator.
That match wasn't
missed
very long.
more stuff. Matthew's like, fuck the Usos. And Robbie says, Nakamura, love that tune. Walter's like, boo, Usos. And Matthew says, what, pay-per-view on YouTube? That's cool.
No. Just the buy-in.
Just the buy. That's what they call their pre-show part. The pre-shows of AEW are called buy-ins. So you can watch that specific part of the pay-per-view on their YouTube channel. Just like with WWE's pre-shows, you can watch those without buying the pay-per-views. Just so you know.
Yeah, if you have a satellite or cable provider, you can watch it on the pay-per-view channel for free also.
Right?
There it is, Roman Reigns.
And Walter says, boo, Roman Reigns. Matthew, welcome back.
Head of the table.
And Vindicator says, I beat you to it, Sophie. And Walter's like, it should be over at 11 p.m. my time Sunday. Matthew says, acknowledge me.
Woo! The Bloodline. You excited?
I am. I'm so excited for them.
There's going to be a lot of good matches.
Just keep your nose out of it. It's fine.
Is it?
Yeah.
Again?
I'm having a problem with it too. And it's not.
Well, we can just stop the whole show.
There. No. Not stopping a show for that. Person's being kind of a douche. Piccolo says, well, then I'm not going to Tallahassee then to have to drive back at 1 a.m. Yeah, I wouldn't do that either, especially 3 hours away. Matthew says, oh, I thought...
Let's just get rid of everybody.
Stop it. What are you doing?
Why not? Fuck it. Why do we need people in here?
Why the hell are you being a dick? Stop it. Stop. Film is in the chat. Hey, Film says, hey, Wrestling Gab, did the Armpit Queens show up to wrestle? No, we haven't seen Armpit Queens at all. Matthew says, oh, I thought they were showing people to buy the pay-per-view through YouTube. No, that's not how it goes. JVD says, I thought Roman said he either starts the show or ends the show. That's why I said it's weird that he's there in the middle of the show, right?
Yeah, he's not Brock.
As Matthew says, oh my fucking god, hurry up, Reigns. As Piccolo says, what's up, Film? And Roman Reigns is out there not talking like normal. And it looks like, did Roman just take as long as Taker to come to the ring? What the fuck? LOL. And Robbie says, Film, yeah, man, you missed Mella. Don't think that's who he was talking about. As Film says, I love Armpit Queen Charlotte Flair. Yes. I don't know if we're going to be seeing her tonight. I have no idea. Matthew says, oh, you felt that too, Luke? Are people booing or excited about it? I can't tell. I don't think they're either.
They're probably piping it in.
That's a possibility. That is a huge possibility, I guess. With him or whatever. His stuffs. Usos out there giving the whole, yay for me. I think this is like the boringest part. Someone's like, hey, Piccola, hello, friend. Film says, I miss Carmella too. Oh man, she got nice armpits too. Yeah, she was out there earlier with Naomi and the boss. You did miss Sasha Banks. Zelina. And Zelina was out there too. You missed some women. They were out there earlier. But no Charlotte Flair. As Walter says, Sonya versus Rousey tonight. I think that's happening. Is that happening? I have no idea. Says, thanks for the timeout. You're welcome. Walter says, let's enjoy wrestling, right? Roman Reigns is out there talking to all of you, all of his big fans that he has. Vindicator says, Travis, is Brock versus Roman the match of all matches of all time, like McBossman is hyping it up to be?
I mean, they're trying to get it that way, but I just don't see it. I feel like the Edge AJ Styles match is just as big, if you look at just the history of those two.
Right.
But no, I mean, it's obviously going to be night 2's main event. Or the only main event, I guess you could call it.
Right. Let's see. Betsy says, Walter, who do you want to win? I'm all about Sonya. And Sophie says, this Mania card got a lot of bathroom break matches. You know, there are a few. I'd have to say so far there's a few that you're just kind of like, meh.
I feel like it's not as big as Shawn Michaels' Undertaker.
Mm-hmm.
Or, I don't know, Hogan Undertaker in the day.
Yeah.
Or Andre Hogan.
Like they're saying, bathroom break matches. True. Film says, yes, Armpit boss Sasha Banks. And Vindicator says, is hyping it up. Yes, I fixed it. Walter's like, Ronda. And Film says, let's go Sasha
like
Banks.
Babe Ruth around here.
And then he gets it. As Film says, let's go Sasha Banks. And Matthew's like, Pickle's like, when you get older, the parades around here just mask the drinkers just drinking from 10 a.m. Matthew says, come on, Walter, I thought you had class. LOL, just kidding. JVD says, Logan Paul and The Miz is definitely a bathroom break. See? Pickle says, Ubers make a killing during this time. I bet they do during that time.
He's going to pin Brock Lesnar and stand over him.
Robbie says, went to a gig the other day in London with my mate Spotnik. Saw a dude from Brazil play bass to famous disco tunes with a live drummer and keyboard player. Was so cool. That is pretty neat. Medicare says, so I heard from a little birdie that every McIntyre match would be a perpetual break for Toledo.
Yeah. I feel like when they're watering it down with the 2-night thing, they don't have enough time to build that many matches, and especially if there is going to be something like 16 matches or something, somewhere around that. That's just too many.
It is. They're going to have
to build them all to have great storylines with passion behind them.
True.
Like, who's Ricochet going to wrestle? They got 4 weeks.
Yeah. I mean, it's true, right?
29 days from tonight.
Right, and
I mean, and
I know Sophie brought it up earlier, versus Sheamus. We don't know if that's true. That's just a rumor, or maybe just, a match you might want to see or something. But he did have, stuff with him and Ridge Holland, kind of stuff. So, I mean, it's not like they couldn't go back to that kind of a storyline or something.
I was thinking Sheamus versus Ridge Holland would be the match, but...
Right, but they kind of went back together.
Yeah, they put them back together.
I don't know. Yeah.
Now, the Usos, are they going to stay out there and wrestle the Vikings?
Is that what was supposed to happen?
Yes, that was the match that's supposed to happen.
So I wonder why they attacked Shinsuke and...
Damn, they went right to commercial.
They're like, we don't fucking want to hear you talk anymore, Roman. They're like, Oh, they're like, wait a second. We didn't mean to go to commercial.
So it is happening.
The Tag Team Championship titles. They're having it tonight. It's happening.
So just bring Roman out in the weirdest time. I mean, I know they're closing the show down with Rousey.
Yes.
But to put Roman in the middle?
I know, it's really weird. I thought it was weird, too. So it says the match that Brock has tomorrow will be taped for something later on. Oh, yeah. The Madison Square Garden match that he has. Yeah, that they've been hyping up or something. Weird. I don't know if they could really do that for something later on. There's so many people out there that'll be taking pictures and setting it on
there's
going
to be people there.
There's going to be people there, and I mean, I guess they could.
It'll be all over
do
Twitter.
Something for later on, but it won't be anything big. It can't be. And Matthew says, I feel like Paul Heyman doesn't have the same appeal with Roman as he had with other talent. He doesn't, because he doesn't do anything. He literally just sits there, grovels, and licks Roman's butthole the whole time. And that's it. That's all he does. You can ew all you want, but that's what he just stands there. That's what he does. He's like, oh, my tribal chief, lick, lick, lick. Oh my God, how much I love you, lick, lick, lick. Because Roman does all of his basically talking for himself. Robbie's like, is it MSG a flu favorite? It's the name of a place, the Madison Square Garden, Robbie. It's just a shortened part of it. Pico says, what about Ricochet? What about him? Like, we were just saying that, right? Like, right. Who is he going to go against?
Yeah, because he is a champion now, so he has to be on the roster.
Yeah, he won against Sami Zayn, so now if they're saying all the champions have to have
a match
at WrestleMania, then that makes sense. That he's got to have a match with somebody. Matthew says, yes. Robbie Pico says, is he getting TV time? Mm-hmm. Yeah, he is. He won. He's a champion. He has to get it now.
He is the Intercontinental Champion. He beat Sami Zayn, so...
Sophie says, I can't tell between news and rumors. Right. I mean, nobody can,
news is usually what happened, and rumors are what's going to happen.
Possibly. Speculation. It's not true.
Right.
And if you're going to word stuff out there and tell us things, it's great. But say, hey, I heard that. I don't know if this is true, but, the rumor was... this kind of stuff. So it's real news. It's great, and we want to know the real news. But if it's rumors, it's kind of like shit that it's like, this is just crap you're making up. I mean, you could make up a fucking rumor. I could make up a rumor right now about wrestling, and I could say it enough times and spread it around enough that people start believing it, and then if it doesn't happen, they're all upset. So rumors are basically things that aren't for real. They're just speculations on people's parts that maybe they want to have happen or something, you know? And so you have to be really careful with that stuff. And especially if you're a huge wrestling fan, you will believe anything and everything that's told out there. And so some people are kind of ignorant when it comes to that. And some people don't go out there and do the research. They just, do that. They just come on and that's it. That's what it is. Matthew's like, Ricochet 1, Cola, and Walter says, okay, next on SmackDown, Viking Raiders, my pick. Nice. And it looks like Walter is still here. So let me throw out a tough trivia question for you. Which sole survivor from Team Cena went on to defeat Team Authority at Survivor Series 2014? There you go. Who was it? Who did it? Who was it? Vindicator's like, probably shouldn't mention them. And Sophie says the Usos win. And Matthew says, Sophie, it's not cool. Maybe save the news rumors for every 3 minutes or something. And Walsh says, I hear the lifting the mask rules from CDC. Gas is going up. Boo.
Yeah, the gas is definitely going to go up.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
There's 2 cities in America that's already hit $5. San Francisco and Los Angeles.
Yep. I will not be surprised if Idaho does not do the same thing. Sophie says, I don't have that many people, and when I read news or rumors, I forget about it like 5 minutes later. And Robbie says, I know it's a famous venue, D, LOL. And Matthew says, yeah, no more masks in Virginia. Pico says, Paul used to be cutting edge, snarly New Yorker with his edgy hardcore promotion. Matthew's like, it's cool, Sophie, we will all learn. And Sophie says, is it true that a lot of states are lifting the mask mandates?
It's
Most
not
of them
the states.
Have
the CDC did, right? Like,
Yep.
they said that it's no longer recommended. And so then the federal government is going to lift it. Once they lift it, then it's just lifted.
Yeah.
And then each state has their own say also. And a lot of states already have, and they're just kind of waiting for the numbers to get a little bit lower in certain states.
Yep. As Matthew says yes, and Walter says yes, and Vindicator says 21st century is too obsessed with rumors and conspiracies in general, right? Exactly.
Right. And there's plenty of those. The conspiracies. Like the government ones, those are the funner ones.
Yes. True. Very true on that one.
Like the World Trade Center was bombed by us, so they didn't have to release what really happened in World War II. That's my favorite one. Because after 50 years, they have to release records. Mm-hmm. But since that happened, they could seal them for longer or something.
True. Yeah.
I don't know how it works. But anyways, that's my favorite rumor of all time. I'm like, what the fuck?
Whee! Oh, God.
That's it?
I
what?
Think he got a concussion.
No.
Oh, he got out of that. Did you see his head? It went boink. That's pretty funny, actually.
That's a lot of man.
Yes. He actually got up there pretty good, too. Almost as good as Ford's.
Yeah. Who breaks Randy Orton.
The answer to that trivia question was Dolph Ziggler. Dolph Ziggler.
Uh-oh.
Let's see. As Luke says, when I report stuff to her, I always wait till I can verify it, or at least until multiple trusted sources are saying it. So it says some people's jobs rely on the news and rumors, though. And the problem with that, Sophie, is
another thing you can do with a rumor is just say, hey, at Wrestle Talk, they said this.
Yeah.
Just throw in your source.
Hey, this is where I got this rumor from. I don't know if it's true. I mean, because that's the point, right? I mean, the point of it is that it's not that we don't want to hear your rumor talk. It's just that I'm not going to believe everything you say.
What culture said
real news.
that Tony Khan bought Ring of Honor for $40 million? Which,
what?
It's like, okay, come on.
Sure.
Nobody bought a promotion that's not even in use for $40 million.
Right. Pickle's like Zig. Oh yeah, you answered that. And as Vindicator said what Walter said. JVD says Chicago is almost at $5. Luke says Hawaii also hit $5 a gallon.
All right.
And
well, this was like 3 days ago. Sorry.
Yeah.
But I should have said that. A few days ago, when I had read it, there was 2 cities, so I can imagine.
So I'm sure everybody else is following suit. But hey, that's what people voted for. Luke says that. Walter says, thanks, Finn. And Sophie says, one restaurant won't let you in if you wear a mask. I found that out from my mom. That happens, and that's their choice.
We have one here, and this was like in the heart of it. This is like in 2020 or whatever.
Yep, 2020.
They said, if you feel that you have to wear a mask, this isn't where you want to eat.
Yep.
On their door.
Yeah. And that's fine. They had the choice to do that. It wasn't a rule or regulation in our cities.
Especially in that county.
In that county and
it
stuff.
Never would be ever in that county. County would be like...
I mean, it was just something that, and I believe that people should have that choice, And then they could go somewhere else, and that's fine. But don't badmouth the place just because it doesn't fit with your rhetoric.
Right.
Matthew says, that splash, as we just talked about. As Film says, for fuck's sakes, what do you mean by that, Matthew? Rob is like, the Vikings getting a title shot. This ain't going to end well. LOL. Right? And Phil says, feel like I know what it means, but I'm not for sure. Or Vindicator says, for a weird show, Smack Talk has moved rather quickly tonight. Very refreshing. Yeah, I think it's because they started out with action.
Yeah, we got a good match right out of the gate.
And when you start out with action that was actually pretty good and a title change, it kind of makes things go by a little quicker without all the talking segments. So, Vindica says the Florida COVID numbers went down compared to a year ago. Yeah, maybe that's just because more people aren't getting tested, so they don't have anything to report. Just kidding. Rumor! Robbie's like, Ivar off the turnbuckle, LOL, what a man's. And Matthew says, I just got a strike for talking about vampires and Abercrombie 911 is fucked up deal. Okay. Philip's like, is Sami Zayn wrestling? He already wrestled and he lost his title to Ricochet.
Ricochet is the new Intercontinental Champion. That's how the show started out tonight.
Yes, that was how our show started out. As Walter says, okay, bye guys. Good chat. See you Sunday. All right, Walter.
See you, Walter.
Thanks for hanging with us. Since we have seen a lot of fresh matches and only one rematch, Drew versus Jinder. Yeah, and I think they just kind of had to throw something in there, to have somebody out there, which was nice to see Jinder.
I liked it.
So, I mean, even though it was a squash match and it lasted for 2 seconds and they threw Drew in our faces once ago. Film says, Matthew, happy Friday, by the way. Walter says, good, I want to go to Florida for a vacation soon. Walter, you can go to Florida anytime for a vacation. I don't think they're going to care.
No.
They're going to welcome you. They're going to be like, oh my God, you want to come to Florida? Come to Florida. We love you.
Oh, God.
Give us money.
Oh, my God.
Is that
Stifler as a priest.
That's great. That's... Oh, my God.
Wow.
Oh, wow. Okay, well then. That's interesting. Matthew says, you too. Film Vindicator says, so Ring of Honor is now AEW version of NXT 2.0. I don't know. That could be a possibility, right? That's a rumor. We don't know what's happening there. I was like, do you think the Vikings have a chance? Did I say that? I don't think I said that at all.
Vikings always have a chance.
They should. They're an actual real tag team, too. Just as much as the Usos are. So it says one of the wrestling news
shit!
Said that the WWE is still creating plans for Cody's return to the company.
Hey,
yeah,
that's sick.
And we don't know.
Oh, shit. I thought he had him right there.
Oh, wow. He got out of it, huh? He's all like, I don't know where I am. This is what happens when you don't get enough tummy time as a child. You roll around and flop around like that after wrestling moves done on you.
Oh, shit. Ivar just got kicked in the face. Look at this thrust kick. Thrust kicks all around. You think there's too many thrust kicks in the WWE?
That and fruit roll-ups. They've done a lot of those kicks, and everybody seems to do them now. As Matthew says, T-Rex Cultaholic speculated that ROH was selling for 20 to 40 million. LOL. It was not that. It was not What Culture. That's the same fucking shit.
I'm just throwing names out.
Cultaholic and What a Culture, same shit. Just kidding. Someone says, I hate wearing a mask.
That's it.
Go out every day.
It's over.
Mad if I wear a mask every day.
Oh,
he almost
Jay
got saved.
Saves Jimmy for the second time.
Man. I hear you on that, seriously. I just didn't wear one. Matthew's like, later, Walter. Pico said, just because TK bought Ring of Honor, it doesn't mean all the cross-promotional fantasy booking will happen. Climb your tits, people. True, Pico. Very true. Travis says, what happened to Apollo? Pico says, ROH will hopefully just stay on their feet and be consistent. Phil says, so glad it's the weekend. Matt says, Viking Raiders have shades of Legion of Doom.
A little bit, don't they? Look at this. Here we go. Oh!
Oh, no!
Oh, shit!
Oh, poop on a stick.
Hardbuyer fell down on his back.
Hopefully he's okay, because he did have that
neck break,
injury
yeah.
he had a couple years ago. Oh.
Eric's going to be in trouble here.
Oh, shit. He got whacked,
Eric
too.
He's always the one that gets beat.
Oh, what a low blow from
Oh, a fruit roll up. 1, 2. No, Eric rolled him up.
He turned it over on him this time.
Oh, shit.
I almost had it.
I was cheering for a fruit roll up.
So close.
Eric's got nobody in his corner.
Oh, no.
Thrust kick for the 5th time.
Oh. Poo.
3D.
Oh,
1, 2, and 3.
Damn it,
The
you guys.
Usos win.
Just being all cruel to the poor Viking Raiders. Bastards.
Now I wonder if they're going to go away from this and then bring in Boogs and Nakamura to wrestle the Usos at WrestleMania.
That's a possibility.
Calling it now.
Attacked him for whatever reason. They were
For
even
no
out
reason.
there,
That's the thing.
Yeah, that's true.
So it'd make a lot of sense. Like, hey, we want our redemption.
Yeah.
The day of redemption is near.
Redemption. Now this is Viking Raiders have shades of Legion of Doom. As Sophie says, with football on Amazon Prime for Fox Television have plenty of hours to fill on the schedule. I just feel that it's weird that they would just put Thursday night on Amazon Prime and that's it. That just seems like a weird thing to do and not on a Prime channel, like Prime Time.
Oh, earlier tonight. Big E on his four-wheeler.
It means to me another damn 2 hours that I could waste on wrestling, but rather go do activities.
Make your bed and all your dressers under your bed, and then you have more room in your room for activities. So put your bed up in the air, put a slide down to one side of it, and then under there put your desk and your dressers and your closet.
Right.
And then you'll have your whole room for activities.
So funny. So it says it will be interesting if the Usos lose the championship. That would make their Tribal Chief storyline a lot more interesting. It would, right? But they didn't. So they kept him once again. But Mania is, coming up. So we'll see what happens there. Film says, so is Sasha Banks teaming up and Naomi. They have basically.
Yes, they are going to wrestle at WrestleMania. That's official. Yes. That match. They are wrestling night 1 of WrestleMania.
Matthew says, nice match. And Phil says, kind of prefer Sasha Banks being a single competitor, in my honest opinion. Yes. Matthew says 3D. And Sophie says, there are some people that don't follow the mask mandates rule. Yes, as they should be. Stand up to tyranny. Robbie says, Ivar bouncing all over the place. LOL. Because, the Brits are on lock when it comes to the wrestling news. JVD says they should continue the tag titles too at Mania. Robbie says, I knew the Usos were winning. Yeah. Brandon Johnson's in the chat. Hey, Brandon.
Hey, Brandon.
Johnson says fruit roll up laughing. And Matthew says decent match. Phil says congrats to the Usos for winning. Matthew says not like Ricochet and Sami. So he says they should combine every championship after Mania. every single championship.
I
tag titles. They shouldn't have separate. They should have the United States Championship and the Intercontinental Championship should just be one. I don't know what you would call it. The World Champion.
Mid-card title.
North American people. Or whatever. Can't have that one because that's an NXT.
Right.
Phil's like, come on, Charlotte, I'm ready for you to come out. Please don't wear a long sleeve shirt. I don't know if she's
I have a feeling she's going to show up at the end of that match.
Oh, yes.
With Ronda.
Oh, yes. The Sonya run. Or she could, because Sonya's out there and they're kind of doing
I wouldn't be surprised if Charlotte's music hits first.
Oh.
She comes out and sits ringside and calls the match.
True. Very true. That is a good possibility for them. That is true on that one. This is WWE doesn't do pyro nearly as much anymore. I think it depends on where they're at, Matthew. Like in some places or for some particular wrestlers, they do a lot of it and some they just don't. But I was like, do you mate the New Day back together? Not mine.
She does not like them, but I do love them.
Travis can love them. Boom says, I'm still ready for Bliss to show up on Monday Night Raw and show her armpits. And somebody says, you mean 3 hours if you also watch Rampage every Friday? Yeah, if you watch Rampage, then yes. It would be 3 hours of stuff.
Yeah, they're going to have to do a 3-hour show and then a 2-hour show like WWE's platform.
At some point, they're going to have to expand their stuff. But you got to remember, guys, they've only been doing this for a couple of years. I mean, they're doing pretty good for just doing it for a couple of years. And we'll see how well they grow at this point. Brandon Johnson says, what up, guys? Yeah,
what up?
Just watching some
good to see you in here, boss.
Stuff. As P. Cole says, hello, Brandon. And Robbie says, LOL, Matthew canceled the budget on Pyro. And Ayla's in the chat. Hey, Ayla. She says, hey. And Matthew says, bring back the Iconics. Sophie says, Luke, not here anymore. JVD says, what up, Ayla? Matthew says, save us, Jesus. She's here. Chris says, hey, Travis and D. Hey, Chris. Robbie says, Chris. Matthew, lock your door. Ayla is here. Pico's like, yeah. But you got awesome Ayla here. Ayla's like the double face. Sophie's like, Raw and SmackDown somehow going to still have 2 champions after Mania. It's because they're not planning on unifying the actual belts, Sophie. So they're not going to unify the belt. So there's still going to be 2 separate belts for 2 separate championships. That doesn't mean that one person can't hold both.
Right, which is a unification, but not a unification of the belts.
Exactly. It just means that it just means that one person has the belts.
Right.
But that doesn't mean that they're making the belts into just one and saying, nah, fuck it.
It's like boxing, the WBA, WBC, IBF, all those belts. They're all different sanctioning bodies.
Right.
But you can be a undisputed champion. And that's what it is. How about we call it that? The undisputed champion of the world.
Ah, yes. Looks like I'm still here. And Chris says, did Shotzi show up tonight? Haven't seen Shotzi, Chris.
No.
You have to remember, her father just passed away. They just did the funeral and all that stuff. And
damn, I didn't know
And
that.
she's probably going to be gone for a little while longer. I know that she did that kind of cameo appearance on, what was it? Rumble? Was that when we saw her?
We just saw her last week.
Was it last week or the week before?
I thought it was last Friday.
Was it last Friday? I know we'd seen her quite recently, but I couldn't remember which one it was. But yeah, her father just passed away. So they're probably giving her some time away, bereavement time and stuff like that, which is right and good of them. Family means a lot. And so and I hope she takes the time and gets herself together and she comes back and we can see her a lot more. JVD said, thank God Ayla's here to save the chat. Laughing at Matthew's like, I've got my garlic necklace and a few steaks. Because Ayla's a vampire all of a sudden. I was like, was chat bad? Well, it looks like they don't throw a party yet. Matthew says chat has been fine, but I think that's about to change. So he's like, Rampage has been on the air since August. Yes, Rampage has been on the air since August. But I'm actually talking about their actual other show.
What the fuck is she wearing?
For like 2 years.
This is an interesting bodysuit.
Oh, Lord, pants.
Well, she's getting ready for her match.
Oh. Well, hopefully that's just her zip-up over shirt.
She'll take it
Brandon
off.
Johnson says, how you doing, P. Cole?
Hey.
Robbie says, do you wish Woods was there too? LOL.
Oh, Sheamus.
I think that they should strip Woods of the crown like they did for What's-His-Face because he's not doing what he's supposed to do with it.
He's hurt.
He's not doing what he's supposed to do. If he was a champion, they'd strip his ass. Same thing. Same fucking thing.
Right, but there's just no story for him right now, and that's fine.
Man, this is honestly ALS. Picola says Brandon Johnson still recovered from Mardi Gras. It was like, why this side? Robbie says, your mate is sneaking out the chat. And Matthew says, the usual. Luke says, poking at. And Matthew says, yummy, Miss Sonya. Robbie says, Ayla just by being herself. Says, unification match. Why make it if they are planning to still having 2 champions across both brands?
They've got something up their sleeve.
They gotta be doing something, Sophie. We can speculate all we want, right? But I mean,
I just don't know how they can end that match with both guys still being champions of their own respective division. You know what I mean? Like, because that's a WrestleMania main event. It has to have a conclusion. You can't leave us hanging for that match.
Exactly. Like, it's going to be weird. Like, I mean, it's already weird, right? I mean, they've already made it weird. So now they've got to find their way out of the wet paper bag that they've put themselves in to make it unweird. Yeah,
like both men, like here's something that they could do is both men pin each other, right? So it's like a backdrop,
right?
And so all 4 shoulders are down, and the referee counts to 3, and then they make a tournament for the belts or something.
Oh yeah, I guess they could do something like
but
that.
that's a weird way to end WrestleMania. That's a fucked up way to end WrestleMania.
Oh shit!
Shit!
Pissed. Oh my god!
Oh, he broke the bumper off the back, or the rack, I guess you'd
Ridge
call it.
Holland hates that 4-wheeler.
It did something to him.
He hates that ATV so much, he took a goddamn chair to it.
So is this a one-on-one match?
Yes.
Oh.
Because Ridge is out there, and Kofi was playing around, beeping the horn on the ATV, and that was it. It's like, look at this. This is fun. Like,
yeah, because Ridge just has, like, dress pants on.
Are they just leaving?
Are they just leaving? Maybe there was no match.
I thought there was a match. They're like, we're leaving.
This is Grand Theft Auto. Or
they
something.
committed a crime, and now they're just leaving.
Holy shit. I don't know what just happened.
I'm confused. I am confused.
They've done this a couple times now. They did this during the Saudi Arabia show.
They did.
With the Vikings.
They did.
So maybe they ran out of time. They couldn't get the match on, so they just set it up for next week.
They're like, Roman took up too much time. Asshole.
Like, why did Roman even come out? Just kidding. Roman has to be out there every week.
Right? Bro's like, okay, people. Phil says, is Ronda Rousey going to wrestle? Supposedly
yes.
Tonight, sometime later, with Sonya.
The main event, obviously, is going to be Ronda Rousey and Sonya Deville. I don't know how long it's going to last.
Ravi says, how hurt is Woods?
So if you guys remember, he tore his Achilles like 2 years ago, and he was out for a year, and then he came back. Well, this time it's not an Achilles injury, but it's a high calf strain, which is related to an Achilles injury. I just don't know if it's the same leg.
Yeah, they never did specify that particular
because
part.
that's the tendon goes from your calf to your heel. And so if it's high up there, it can still be that same Achilles tendon. True. If it's the same leg. But I don't want to speculate. I have no idea.
Yeah,
but I just know it's a calf injury.
That's it.
Period.
That's it. That's all.
But
and it's a bad one. It's
right.
not like it's...
Yeah, he's been out for months.
Yeah, it's bad. It's not like it's, I strained my calf or something. It's actually a really bad injury. So it's not like it's, it can be fixed with, just rest and, and putting it up or something like that.
Right.
It's,
well, maybe over time. And
but that's, but if you can't come back within a couple months, it's a worse injury than just.
Yeah, 8 weeks is a long time. That's a surgery.
Muscle.
That's a surgery recovery time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So he says, thank God they don't have a pay-per-view in March, so they have a lot of time to focus on Mania matches or stories, right? They can do more.
Yeah, they got to build a lot of matches.
Yeah, they don't have to build to another pay-per-view. They can just,
And if you remember, WrestleMania is 2 pay-per-views anyways. It's 2 nights.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like the March pay-per-view and then the April pay-per-view.
Mm-hmm. Right now, for this year. We'll see if they really are going to do one day next year. I think it'll depend on how it works out.
They need to. They need to make audiences. They need to make it special. Right now, there's too many wrestlers going to be involved. There could be up to 40 wrestlers.
Because just like how Pat McAfee was talking earlier on his show, right, about being on. That was my dream. So now it could just be anybody's dream with them having 2 nights and through the pandemic stuff. Like, they just threw anybody on WrestleMania, and it didn't matter who you were. Where WrestleMania used to be this special thing that you worked your ass off to get to, pointed out a sign and said, I'm going to WrestleMania, whether you had a championship match or not.
Right. Now it's becoming just because you're on the roster, you get to be at WrestleMania. Yeah. And you don't want that.
Yeah. It kind of makes it very unspecial.
It makes it watery.
And you don't look forward to it as a fan of wrestling or even as a wrestler yourself. I mean,
well, it's just not important.
It takes away the joy of actually being on WrestleMania. Everybody says, Matthew, I know. And Phil says, it's the great, powerful armpit, Sonya Deville. And Brandon says, not the ATV. And Pickle says, how long do you think Sonya will portray this role and move forward to being more active?
I'm waiting for her to become an active member of the roster, but maybe they just don't want to do that with her at this point. I mean, I feel like she's fantastic on the microphone. She's good in the ring. What else does she need?
Mm-hmm. Matthew's like, I can bring Sonya back with the lobster. Gross, too.
God!
Oh my God! And then they broke it in the back while we were... So they drove it in the back and then took sledgehammers to it?
Yeah, he got this for his birthday.
Oh my God. That's just...
Why would you hate a 4-wheeler like this?
Why do they hate ATVs?
I wonder what it
so
did
much?
to him. Is it because it's red?
Maybe it...
And they're bowls or something?
I don't know, but he almost didn't do that right.
I know, he almost got a hernia there.
My God. All of New Day. Such a dork. They didn't even tend to have a match. They just knew what they were going to do. So it's like how Brock and Roman end in a double DQ, like what you just said. Like, or no, not what you said, but something like that.
Yes, a double ending where it's a draw.
Robin says, haha, that was funny. Biggie getting hit on the quad bike. That made me laugh loud. And Sophie says, I wonder how Sheamus feels. His best friend Cesaro walked out of the WWE last week. I'm sure they're fine with it. You know, people make their choices. Matthew says, what do you call 7 lesbians in a closet?
Inappropriate. No, I don't know what.
Liquor cabinet.
Oh, God.
Oh, God. Robbie says, for fuck's sake, son, Biggie, what a loser. Matthew's like, Cesaro is such an awesome wrestler. Achilles injury is serious. Yeah, so that's what Woods had before.
Yeah, I don't want to say it's Achilles. It's a calf.
Yeah.
And they're keeping it at calf. They have not changed it to Achilles.
So him and Ember Moon got the same exact injury almost at the same exact time.
It was really close to each other.
And they both had issues with their recovery and coming back to WWE. Achilles injuries are terrible to get healed. And I can only imagine as an athlete how much worse it would be to try to get it to heal. Because even as a normal person, I've known people who have gotten Achilles surgeries, and it can take them up to almost 2 years to come back from that.
I feel like Toasty Marshmallow's drunk or something. Either that or her heart's not in it. She's not acting herself.
Yeah, she's not very bubbly, is she?
She's like, here, we're talking on the microphone.
Right? Yeah, that's weird.
So
She's acting kind of weird. The
Intercontinental
Chump, huh? That's nice.
Well, now he's not even the Intercontinental Chump.
Right?
So is that shirt available on the internet? Can we buy that at www.shop.com? He broke his wee-wee once, backflipping a motorcycle.
It's like, I don't know how to call it the real thing. Just kidding. So it says, Austin Creed, he must be sad that his best friends that he worked with on Up, Up, Down, Down are no longer with the WWE.
Yeah, it's got to be tough, right?
And Matthew says, once it's hyper-extended, it's pretty much toast for an athlete. Sophie says they announced Hell in a Cell in June. And Sophie says this year's Mania doesn't deserve 2 nights compared to the last 2 years.
Oh, did they? So that's Hell in a Cell on June 8th or whatever. Oh, shit!
There he is with his weapon.
You know, Sheamus just destroyed a 4-wheeler. Now he's destroying dartboards. What's going on in wrestling?
His is way worse. His is with people around. At least those guys were just them, and there were more people really around, right?
It's just disgusting all around. Just vandalism.
Brandon says, hold on, that was Big E's gift from last week. Yeah, Big E's gift to Kofi for his birthday or something. So it's like right now they don't have enough matches to fill both nights. I mean, that's why they're just scooping things up to try to make, like, Pat McAfee having a match with Austin Theory. You know, stuff like that happening. Robin's like, this is how Sheamus celebrates getting TV time, LOL.
There's going to be a shit ton of matches. None of these are official, but I've got Becky, Esther, Ronda, Charlotte, Drew Corbin, Brock Roman, Edge, AJ, Miz, and Logan versus the Mysterios. Damian Priest versus Finn Balor. Obviously, that might not happen, but right. I just threw that out there. Sammy, John Knoxville, Pat McAfee, Austin Theory, Ricochet, somebody, Usos, somebody, Naomi, Sasha versus Carmella Zelina. The New Day's probably going to be in it.
Yeah.
The Street Profits are going to be there.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe. I would assume they're going to be there, though.
Right, yeah. I mean, that's just from watching.
And that's just throwing that out there. I bet you guys can think of 3 more that like that.
That they should have or are going to have or
right.
whatever. Did you put the Pat McAfee one down?
I did, yeah.
Theory? Okay. So it says, I wouldn't be mad if they go back to one night of Mania next year. I don't think I would be either. I mean, it would be a longer night, but it would make it more special. So it says, right now they don't have enough matches available to Mania. And Ravi says, this is how Sheamus celebrates getting TV time. Luke says, what Sarah did was not walking out. They couldn't agree on a new contract, so he was free to go. So he did. To me, walking out is when you leave when under contract. Yeah, that's true. Robbie says, Sammy, Johnny, what a match. Matthew says, I hope WWE sells Happy Corbin shirts. So we're just getting some background of Ronda Rousey, because of course that match is up next, guys.
It is.
Sonya and Rousey.
This is what happened last week.
We're showing what happened last week with Charlotte out there breaking her knee ball.
Going right after that knee. And maybe that is Sonya's whole purpose tonight, is to stay on that knee. So when she gets put in the figure 8, it's over.
Right? Matthew says, WWE sells Happy Corbin t-shirts. And JVD says, did you guys hear about that horrible kidnapping? Well, apparently the little brat woke up. What?
Is that? It's probably a joke or something, but yeah, I have no idea.
Did you guys hear about that horrible kidnapping?
Oh, kidnapping.
Well, apparently the little brat woke up.
That's pretty funny.
That's like that skit from that girl. The kidnapper mobile.
Yeah.
The kidnapper van.
Yeah, the van. You don't see it?
You don't see it? You don't see it, huh? Oh, what? The kidnapper. Yeah, it's a van. Somebody says, this is Johnny Knoxville versus Sami Zayn feud has been brewing since before the Rumble. Yes. Matthew says the button-down shirt, not t-shirts. Ravi says, LOL, JVD, who told you that joke? Was it Ayla? Russell McIntyre's got evil, angry, mad devil face in films like, is Charlotte Flair here? She might be. I don't know, but right now it's Sonya.
Sonya looks fantastic.
I don't think that that's really that bad of an outfit for her.
No, it makes her butt, her hips, and her waist look fantastic.
I mean, I'm fine with it. It complements her well.
Very well.
And still, she's covered up, which Film will not be happy about, but that's just how it goes. Brandon says no one didn't see Drew McIntyre coming. They didn't see him coming with that big sword and wielding it at people.
It's hard to see that. He's only 6'10" or whatever.
Sophie says it's still weird they're having Hell in a Cell in June compared to October. Right? Yeah, I mean, because you're used to seeing October, Halloween. But with them doing all this stuff with, what is that called? The Saudi Arabia Crown Jewel stuff happening.
Yeah, that's
in October. I mean, they've got that contract. They're just not going to push that around. Matthew says, no, Film, she might interfere in the lousy Ronda Rousey and Sonya Deville match. Film's like, okay, thanks for telling me, Matthew. I'm a good friend. And JVD says, Ravi, nah, I heard it the other day. Sophie says, and we don't know about Orton's condition. No, they have not released anything about Orton's condition. He did look like he was pretty hurt, though, on his match this week. Robbie says, D, Ronda stole your title of being the baddest woman on the planet. I never had that title, and I don't really care what she does. Film says, if she does come out, please let me know. Wrestling guy with Matthew and Peacock. Thank you for being an armpit.
I thought she'd come out first, so I don't think she's coming. Unless it's midway through the match.
To point and laugh or something. Or Sonya's coming, or Sonya came out. So,
yeah, but Charlotte would come out first for the
That's true.
If she was coming.
But maybe she didn't want to take it away from Ronda. You know, she's a big crybaby, so.
Yeah, I guess. We'll see.
Phil's like, loves this channel. Robbie says, well, JVD, keep the jokes coming. Matthew says, I'm just speculating that Flair will interfere. Oh my FG, that Sonya Deville is delicious. She looks like a black and white cookie. Dunk her in Donny milk. I gotta calm down. Matthew, you're gross. Just kidding.
No, there's nothing bad about that picture.
Says, must be hard booking a 2-night meeting compared to a 1-night one. Catching lots and lots of matches, right? Brandon Johnson says it's Cruella Deville. Oh, no, honey. No, she did not pull the Cruella Deville. No, That is my favorite film, of course. Ayla's like, why am I to blame? Chris is like, Big Daddy Sonya. And Riley's like, Brandon, not impressed. Ayla, you're always to blame. Roberto says, y'all have a good night. See y'all for Raw Monday.
Roberto.
Hi, Roberto.
Thank you for hanging out with us.
Somebody says, imagine if they did a 2-night mini in the old pay-per-view days. Do you think it would work?
Yeah, I mean, it waters the pay-per-view's importance down, in my opinion. Because you're going to say, oh, do you remember that match at WrestleMania with Liv Morgan and Sonya Deville or something? You know what I mean? It's like,
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They're just not the top.
Yeah.
Where in reality, you want to see Becky and Charlotte. Everybody just got mad, but I'm just saying the top two. Yeah. You don't want to see two mid-carders at WrestleMania wrestling.
Exactly.
And then them saying, oh, no, they're important. It's like, come on.
Yeah, stop trying to make it like.
Don't placate towards us. Like, we don't give a shit. We know better. Like, I like Sonya. Liv's not horrible. But you know what I'm saying. Like they're not the top of their class.
Exactly.
Rhea Ripley, Esther. Put Rhea Ripley and Esther against each other. That's what they should have done this year. It would have been awesome.
Yes. Matthew says, I don't blame it on the rain. I blame it on the Ayla. And Vindicator says, so Travis, who you got winning this main event?
Ronda, clean. Making her tap probably pretty quick. We'll see when it starts.
How much time is left.
We got about 9 minutes left.
Yeah, plus we'll have another
entrance and stuff, so
So next Friday, Sasha Banks versus Queen Zelina. Like
well, that's what I was saying, but she had to win because Sasha's not losing that, so now they're going to lose both matches.
Right. It doesn't make any sense. It really doesn't. I'm the one that signed your paycheck. Actually, she doesn't sign his paycheck.
Right, I sign your paycheck. Bullshit. First of all, you're not in accounting.
It looks like Robbie Chat was actually nice before you got the pity mod title. Carlito, Caribbean cool. Carlito was born cool, and that's cool.
He spits in the face of people that aren't cool, too, because he's so cool.
As he eats an apple.
It's almost like she has a bunny suit on, like the Playboy bunny house.
Kind of, huh? Yeah. Because they had, like, the little things around their neck, collars around their neck, and then their little outfits. Let's see.
Here she comes, the speed walking queen.
Ayla. So it says they dropped the Sonya and Naomi feud out of nowhere. They have been building to some kind of mania payoff after the Saudi Arabia pay-per-view.
Yeah, like Sonya's not going to be involved at WrestleMania. Hey, did you notice that Ronda's not walking fast to the ring anymore? What did she just give him? Like a glove?
Looks like she gave him something.
It was her phone number.
He was a special child.
Who deserves it?
She's got a knee brace on.
I wish that she would wrestle in the skirt. Yeah. She wears those red shorts under there, and they crawl up the whole time, and she's always pulling them out.
She's wearing red shorts this time. Please don't be. She's wearing different ones.
They're same shape. We'll see if they fit her better. But yeah, she wore the red ones before. Now they're red, white, and black. There she is. Yeah. Charlotte had to come out as the main event, I guess.
As Matthew says, "Feel the Charlotte Flair." Feels like Epic Queen. Let's see. Robbie says,
see, she's already pulling it out of her crotch.
Oh, jeez.
There it is.
Some milk, not Dunny.
Charlotte in pants and a bra, it looks like.
What in the good Lord? Damn, she looks good.
Yeah, she looks better this time.
She looks way better than she normally does. What happened?
I think she just wore a bra. She's like, fuck it. I don't want to put a shirt on. I think the bra might be connected to her pants, though.
That's okay. Can't tell with her belt on. As Matthew says, some milk, not Dunny. LL dunks on you and some milk. Oh, I thought you were talking about Dunny. JVD says, how is Ayla not a model?
Oh, shit!
Ayla's like, too much power for me to handle. Matthew says, JVD, she would ban everyone. So he's like, I think this match would set up Sonya's full-time return to the ring. You think
shit.
That would, Sophie?
Rolls
That's
through.
An interesting way to look at it, I guess.
Ronda pulls her down. It's over right here. Oh, Charlotte interfering already. Oh, there it is. That chop block right into that knee.
Yep. JVD says, Ayla, gotcha. Matthew says, Sonya can actually wrestle. Ayla says, what's that supposed to mean? Want to get banned? Huh? Then here's like unnecessary injury for an unnecessary mercenary like Rowdy Powdy. Thope says, I'm glad I put a smile on your face, Matthew. Sophie's like, SummerSlam is 4 months away. Isn't that crazy? I was like, LOL, Ayla coming with hella chests, you know. Matthew's like, Ayla, you hack your way in. And Luke says, if Ayla was a mod, she'd ban everyone because she could. Matthew says, Brandon Johnson said, here comes the plastic Barbie doll. She's not plastic anymore, my friend. She doesn't have any of that stuff.
Robbie she got those parts taken out.
Robbie says Ronda is not looking confident. Vindicator says plaid schoolgirl skirts are probably out of style by now.
Right. Hit me, baby, one more time. Yes, it drove us all crazy in the day.
Film says that's her nickname. Don't forget it. It says, you got hella chest like a woman. Shut the hell, Robbie. You can't be 5'4", 110 pounds and have girl bumps. Film's like, I love my armpit queen, Charlotte Flair. I was like, I hope Square gets involved. She kind of did a little bit.
Yeah, she did. That was her interfering, and then obviously the chop block. Look at that. Sonya's doing pretty good against Ronda.
Good for her. Film says, I would love to put my nose on.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
That just didn't start out right.
I'm not going to read the rest of it. So he's like, the ring announcer is, I think, Ricochet's new girlfriend.
Yes.
She is, if it's...
The girl from NXT?
Yeah, if it's the girl from NXT, then it is. She has, like, really long, dark, curly hair. She's kind of tall. And that would be her.
Look at
like,
this.
Matthew's like, from film, and Film's like, Matthew, you're the man. Vinegar says, and I guess McBossman thought Sonya previous outfits were too dominatrix for the suits at the Fox Network.
Maybe. Oh! Ronda steps through. Damn. She's way better than she was. She's practiced, guys.
She's like, well, I went
Ronda
there and rustled some goats.
Well, this stuff's dumb, but...
I was like, oh, LHS means to say things with confidence to back up what you say. And it was like, sure, Robbie. And he's like, that's an awesome choke on the ropes from Lousy.
Uh-oh, she's going to dislocate that arm. Here it is. She's going to rip her arm off.
Robbie's like, Ayla, thanks for the love.
Ronda, nobody's going to like you, so you're going to have to get used to being booed as a face.
Right?
There it is. It's over.
Over. Done. Charlotte's like, meh. She's not impressed.
That's funny. She said it right after you.
I'm not impressed with the ABBA. She says. So he says, I feel like Roman going to win both championships at Mania and somehow Raw gets a new WWE champion.
Well, we'll find out.
Matthew says, I love that Ronda fits the arm drag judo throws. And Ayla's like, thanks for the odd imagery. Film says, Matthew, if you see Bliss on Monday Night Raw, let me know and make sure. Don't forget to say your nickname. And Brandon says, Sonya taps out. Matthew says, hello, Ayla. And Janelle Jackson in the chat.
Hey, Janelle.
Hey, Janelle. Nice to see you, man.
Thanks for joining us.
Says, Ayla, don't thank me. Thank you. Film says, woman in the armpit sign. I'm seeing the Charlotte and Sonya and Ronda. I am loving it. But he's like, yeah, T-Rex. Ronda isn't lousy anymore, huh?
No.
Oh, no, she's still shitty.
No, she was better. She did a lot better. Just the jumps up, like where she's climbing them and kneeing them, that's actually pretty cool.
Matthew says that was a strong match. Ayla's like, I thank you, thanking me.
We still got 2 minutes, so Charlotte can still get in there. She's got her pants tied up. I've never seen pants that actually tie up in the front. That's pretty. Like she's got a bow above her vagina.
Awesome.
She's getting in. She ain't scared.
She does have heels on, though. I'd be scared. Just don't fall.
Back
don't
up, she said.
She's like, all right,
see?
let me do this.
Pulls her through. Got her ankle lock. Film, did you watch that? There were some good angles there. She's not letting go. She's got that stiletto lock in.
She should just flip around and then...
Right. Oh, she took
her
her shoe off.
Ooh, you're so cool.
She had to pull her top back up. She's not used to hanging upside down with Andrade. It's the most she's ever been upside down.
Anyways, Vindicator says, well, predictable finish, so I'm going to get ready for a better show, AEW Rampage. See you guys on Sunday, regular pay-per-view time for a change. Bye. Bye, Vin. So he says, there are fans out there who make fun of Adam Cole's body and thinking he made a bad move by leaving the WWE for AEW. He has a feminine physique.
Oh,
Jamie
boy.
says, I love Ayla's nickname for everyone, especially if they argue with her. Sophie says, that was a quick match. And Luke says, oh, crap, she pulled out an ankle lock. Rob like, Ayla, where would this chat be without you? And Ayla's like, thanks, JVD, I try. Matthew's like, Film, I'll be working till 10 p.m. Eastern time. Film says, hopefully Charlotte's not wearing any long sleeves. Brandon says she's tearing her leg off. And he's like, I don't know, you're probably talking about wrestling or something. Film says, oh, you'll be working. I understand, Matthew. So he says, cooking gab with Ayla and D, right? Matthew says, Ayla is their chat champion for a reason. She performs her witchcraft and orchestrates the madness. Robbie says, do you love Ronda? Really? I fucking don't, dude. I can't stand her. Film's like, I love Charlotte's boobs and armpits.
Woo!
Fantastic. Ayla's like, yeah, Sophie knows. Film says, I love Bliss's boobs and armpits too. She's my number one. I was like, yes, cooking gab. And Ayla's like, and I technically own a house now, so maybe soon, months. Luna is in the chat, but gone. So I'm gone now, and next week I'm out of town for a while. Well, sorry to hear that, but hopefully we'll see you at some point. But we're going to be back on Sunday for a live streaming of AEW's Revolution pay-per-view that's happening that day. We're going to be doing some predictions, but we haven't decided what we're going to do yet. So we'll work on that. Let you guys know what's happening.
Just have your notifications on.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thanks again for hanging out with us for SmackDown tonight. Went by pretty quick. We appreciate each and every one of you for coming in, hanging out with us, talking with us, and all that fun stuff. Have a great rest of your night. Have a good weekend. And again, we'll see you on Sunday.
Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye.
Thanks for watching Wrestling Gab. Bye-bye.